I am so lucky. My whole life, I've had 3 friends I can totally count on. The 4 of us were always together, standing up for each other or figuring out how to get over arguments. The girls, Vanessa and Michelle, never made fun of us for being boys. And Sam and me, my name's Tyler. We never thought of them as, well, girls, which is of course what they are. I know it sounds weird, but things stayed this way even as we got older. Our friendships didn't change, even when other things did.
Talking about? No idea. Things, I guess. Jeez, I wish they'd just bold.
This is Marcus, Michelle's older brother, and his girlfriend, Julia. They're pretty cool for teenagers. They don't treat us like total rejects just because we're younger.
So what's up, sis? How, you guys had a good time?
Yeah, we had a good time. She hardly even bowled.
Yeah, Vanessa and Michelle talked the whole time.
You guys better shut up.
Michelle, Vanessa, everything all right?
Yes.
Tyler, is that you?
Hey, Dad.
Shoes off. I cleaned the entire house. How was the bowling?
Pretty good.
My dad, he's pretty cool. He gives me a hard time sometimes about the usual stuff. Homework, cleaning my room.
Ouch.
I guess it's kind of his job.
I'm starving.
Well, dinner will be ready in just a moment. And I know you weren't going for those carrot sticks. You can set. So how's everyone?
Michelle and Vanessa are acting sort of weird, but other than that, fine.
Weird how?
They were just whispering all afternoon. Then when we said something, Vanessa snapped at us.
Did you ask them if there was anything wrong?
Not really.
Well, the girls may act a little different these days. They're going through some changes. You guys too. Like the fact that you grew 3 inches in the last month. What?
I'm still the shortest guy in my grade. I hate it.
Yeah, but you can't expect everyone to turn into an adult at exactly the same moment, right? That's a sort of cool thing. Things happen to everyone differently. But the end result is the same. You become grown-ups.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But it's not just your body that changes. It's your feelings, how you look at yourself, how you think.
What do you mean?
Well, for one thing, you have to think about the responsibilities of being an adult. What do you value? What type of friends you want to have? How are you going to deal with your new independence? Things like that.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Well, look at it this way. If you were an Aborigine and we lived in the outbacks of Australia, I'd have to send you out into the desert right about now.
Aboriginal?
Aborigines. They have a cultural tradition that young men about your age take a long walk into the desert to find themselves and their place in the world. It's pretty grueling from what I know. But when they come back, they're celebrated by their tribes as adults. They call it a walkabout.
Whoa.
See? In our culture, we just send you to the mall.
Like I said, my dad's pretty cool. A little weird sometimes, but cool. Okay, so I'm one of the shortest guys in my class. My older brother is 6'3". So what's up? The only thing getting bigger right now are my feet. In fact, my dad keeps freaking out because my shoes only fit me for a couple of months before he has to go buy new ones. Sometimes I wonder what I'll look like in 10 years. Will I be like 8 feet tall? Will I ever grow at all? Being humongous does have its advantages, I guess. And I'm looking forward to finding out. Tomorrow we start this new chapter in health class, puberty. Nobody's sure what to expect, and I think we're all a little nervous. It's kind of funny to think we're all probably reading the same stuff at the same time. Puberty is the period in life when a person changes from a child to an adult who is able to reproduce. It brings on physical and emotional changes to both boys and girls. These changes can be a little confusing, but also exciting. All these feelings are normal to have.
For boys and girls, physical changes can begin around age 9 and last until 18. But each person is different, and these changes can vary, starting earlier for some and later for others. Generally, though, girls begin puberty before boys. Both boys and girls experience physical and emotional changes, including a growth spurt, mood swings, increased appetite, enlarging of the genitals, the parts of the male and female reproductive system on the outside of the body, the appearance of acne, the growth of pubic and underarm hair, and the increase of perspiration.
Why do these changes happen? A small but very important gland located in the brain, called the pituitary, releases chemicals called hormones. In both boys and girls, these chemicals cause a period of rapid growth. In boys, this growth spurt affects the testes, the male reproductive glands, telling them to start producing the hormone testosterone. Testosterone is responsible for enlarging the larynx, causing a deepening of the voice, and muscle development.
In both boys and girls, there are also hormones called androgens, which are produced by the adrenal glands. These hormones are responsible for increased facial, pubic, underarm, and body hair. For girls, hormones released by the pituitary gland tell the ovaries, the female reproductive organs, to start producing the hormones estrogen and progesterone. These hormones also cause a girl's ovaries to begin producing eggs, cause pubic, underarm, and other body hair to develop, and increase padding around the hip. Estrogen and progesterone also cause breast development. In girls, it's completely normal for one breast to develop before the other one, but they even out eventually. This is also when menstruation begins.
At puberty, boys' testicles begin to produce sperm, the male reproductive cells. The testicles are suspended outside the body in a pouch of skin called the scrotum that hangs below the penis. This keeps the testicles cooler than the rest of the body, which is important for developing sperm. Sperm pass through a tube called the vas deferens and then through the urethra, another tube inside the penis that opens to the outside of the body and is also used for urination. Different glands create a fluid that, when mixed with sperm, forms semen. When semen is released from the penis, it's called ejaculation. Both semen and urine pass through the urethra, but not at the same time.
Dad?
What's up? Yes?
I have a weird question.
Okay, what is it?
Well, you know how we're studying puberty in school right now?
Yeah, of course.
Well,
Seems like whatever you have to ask me is a little tough.
yeah,
Does it have something to do with what happens to guys?
yeah,
The things you necessarily can't control?
uh-huh.
Well, Tyler, first, there are no weird questions. Even the ones about sex or puberty. You should always feel like you could ask me any question about your body.
Okay.
Well, I remember two important things happening to me when I was about your age. One was the first time I was unable to control my erection. When your penis becomes hard, and even though it would go away by itself before long, I would think that everyone saw it, but they didn't. It was just much more noticeable to me than to anyone else.
Do I have to put up with this forever? It's embarrassing.
I know. But as you get older, you'll stop getting spontaneous erections, the ones that happen for no good reason. The other thing I remember was when my body first ejaculated. It happened at night while I was asleep. They officially call it nocturnal emissions, or wet dreams.
Does it happen to everyone?
Some boys have wet dreams frequently during puberty. Others don't. But it happens less and less as you get older. So, is that what you were wondering about? Okay. If you have any other questions, that's what I'm here for.
Thanks, Dad.
Sure.
In girls, the two ovaries produce eggs, the female reproductive cells. About once a month, an egg is released from one of the ovaries. Near each ovary is a fallopian tube that carries the released egg to the uterus. The inside wall of the uterus thickens each month, preparing itself for the arrival of the egg. If the egg meets a sperm, it becomes fertilized and embeds itself on the wall of the uterus. The fertilized egg becomes an embryo and later a fetus. The fetus develops inside the uterus for about 9 months before it is born. During childbirth, the baby travels from the uterus through the cervix and vagina to the outside world. If the egg doesn't become fertilized, it passes out of the body through the vagina, along with the fluid lining of the uterus. This is called menstruation, or the menstrual period, and it happens from 3 to 8 days each month until a woman reaches around 50 years old.
Hi, Gran.
Hi, hon. What you doing?
Just getting ready for school tomorrow. We started a new chapter about,
I see. Well, menstruation is a natural thing that happens to all women.
Everyone but me.
Is that what's been bothering you?
Well, I was the first one to read and lose a tooth. I just expected to be first again. But Michelle beat me to it.
I know how you feel. My best friend got her period when she was 11, and I waited all summer for mine. But it was almost 3 years later.
Wow, really?
Thing is, sugar, puberty's not a contest. It's whenever your body is ready. There's a wide range of normal. And whatever your time frame is, it'll be right for you.
Guess I was just born to compete.
The important thing is to remember to stay healthy, eat well, think about the kind of adult you want to be, take care of your mind and body.
Well, I want to make sure Michelle and I stay friends, and that she feels comfortable talking to me about anything and not feel embarrassed.
That sounds pretty grown up.
Wonder what it feels like to be Michelle right now.
I felt totally embarrassed. All I could think was that everyone knows and they can just tell.
Yeah, I remember I used to think that too, but the truth is no one knows when or if you have your period unless you tell them. It's normal to feel self-conscious, but it's your own business. Did your mom tell you about the hygiene stuff?
Oh my gosh, you don't even know. She brought me upstairs to her room and started showing me all of her tampons and maxi pads. She was so cool about it, and it made me feel a lot better.
That's great, Michelle. It's really important to find an older woman to help you out with this stuff. My sister helped me figure it out.
Is this a girls only meeting?
No, you can come in.
We were just talking about how girls' bodies change.
Oh.
Do boys feel weird about their bodies too?
Well, yeah, we can, sure. Girls and guys aren't that different. We get insecure too, you know. Especially since we're usually behind girls when it comes to developing. And even though girls might get their growth spurts earlier, Ours usually last longer, so we can catch up and become taller. Oh, hey, remember when Dad and I used to go fishing?
You mean one of the trips where you guys never caught anything?
Okay, I guess fishing wasn't the point. So, Dad and I were on the boat, and out of the blue, he turns to me and says, "You know, you're becoming a real man now, son. You have any questions?" And I was like, "No, Dad." And, that was that.
Really? Didn't you have any questions?
Yeah, I had like a million questions.
Well, why didn't you ask him?
Yeah, I was embarrassed, but I wish I had asked him.
Michelle, everything that's happening to your body is amazing. Of course, you start having more responsibilities too. Just because your body is becoming more like an adult doesn't mean you are one yet.
One thing that changed for me was becoming stronger. When I was 12, I thought I would always be this skinny, uncoordinated kid. But as my body developed and I filled out, I was able to do all sorts of cool physical activities.
Yeah, same with me. I love playing basketball now, but I never thought I would have the strength and agility to.
Is it weird to tell my friends this stuff about me? I'm afraid they'll start to worry if I don't explain.
Well, that's totally your business. I'm sure you'll think of a good way to tell them when the time is right for you.
Remember how we talked about how puberty starts, right? When new hormones are introduced into your body? Well, these hormones don't just affect the reproductive organs. They also affect other parts of your body, like your skin or the small glands that lie underneath it. Now, everybody, all boys and girls, have hair all over your body. Now, this hair is connected to your body by small holes called follicles or pores. Now, each follicle has a sebaceous gland which produces sebum, an oil that helps lubricate your hair and face. Now, when dead skin cells or too much sebum backs up into the follicle, well, can anyone tell me what happens?
You get a zit?
Which is basically what acne is, or pimples, or whiteheads, or blackheads. Now, some sort of acne happens to just about every one of us. Can anyone tell me what's the best way to take care of acne? Vanessa?
I heard that if you pop one pimple, you'll make more.
Well, the oil inside the pimple can contain bacteria, so if you do pop it, you could spread the oil and the bacteria to the rest of the face. But you can also scar your face by squeezing a pimple. Yeah, Tyler.
You could just wash your face 10 million times.
That's not such a good idea. And remember, the oil is actually underneath the skin, right? So washing it is just really not going to do that good. You want to wash your face 2 times a day with a mild soap. Now, one of these times can be when you're taking a shower, which you should be doing once a day if you can. If you wash your face and your skin and your hair too much, you're going to dry it out, which actually encourages more oil production. Yeah, Michelle.
What about acne creams and stuff?
Well, you can ask your pharmacist or doctor for a recommendation. What you don't want to be doing is using too much oily lotion on your face. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, Vanessa?
I heard certain foods make pimples worse.
Not true, no. You guys know it's very important to have a healthy, balanced diet as your body grows into adulthood. But you can't get acne from a hamburger.
Unless you wash your face with it.
Yeah. The good thing is that for most people, acne goes away once you get into adulthood. Yeah, Tyler.
I still don't understand why we have to wash so much.
As we talked about, your body is producing a lot of new things.
New smells, for one.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Well, everybody's got a certain smell. It's because in puberty, your body actually creates a different kind of sweat, especially underneath your arms and around the genitals. Now, I'm sure at one point these smells were created to attract other people or to tell someone to back off. But now, well, they're just kind of funky. Yeah. So you should be using deodorant underneath your arms. You should wash your body, including your hair, which can be especially oily. You should change your clothes. Well, you guys should be doing all this kind of stuff, right?
So listen, I was thinking,
Yeah?
maybe we need to be the ones to say something. I don't know, to Michelle?
About their acting all private all of a sudden?
Yeah.
I say the less we talk about this stuff, the better.
Maybe Sam's right. But Michelle and Vanessa are our friends. Whatever's up with them, maybe we should let them know we wouldn't make fun of them for it. But how to do that? And what'll it do to our friendship?
What kind of sandwich is that?
Turkey, I think. You want it?
Hey, thanks.
You're a bottomless pit, aren't you?
I already had 2 slices of pizza.
Bottomless pit.
He's working on his growth spurt.
Very funny.
Hey,
Hey,
Hey, what's up?
well, come on, out with it.
Oh boy.
I just wanted to say that, well, I don't know exactly what's going on with you guys, and you don't have to tell me or Russ. But if you wanted to, it would be okay. We wouldn't laugh or anything. We just wanted you to know that whatever it is, it's cool.
that was pretty sweet.
Boys.
So,
So, what are you doing with that apple?
It's all yours.
So, guys,
Yep,
did you think
these
that
are my
Mr.
friends. I guess my best friends. We're going into another school next year. That should be interesting. Everybody says it's so different. Like the work is harder, and then there's all these social pressures and stuff. But you know, I really don't feel too worried. I sort of feel excited. One of the things I know now is that I'm not alone in all of this. My friends, my parents, brothers and sisters, teachers, they all seem to want to help. I just have to remember to ask. You know what? I think being a teenager is going to be pretty cool.